Good morning, everyone. It's Kathy. How's everybody today? We're looking for a little bit warmer day today, which is a good sign. It's about time though, right? I'm going to do a breakfast casserole. I haven't done one of these in a long time, either on video or not. So what I'm going to do is a bacon, egg, and cheese. So we're going to have bacon bits. These are 100% real crumbled. Eggs, 100% real, not crumbled, cage-free. Maybe some mozzarella cheese. I'm not sure yet whether I'll use that. Colby Jack, Mexican style shredded, or if you have your own shredded, it's usually better. I just don't have it. Some oil for my casserole dish, some milk for the eggs, and crescent rolls. First thing I'm going to do is put a little bit of oil. This is vegetable oil. I just prefer not to use the spray cans.
Yeah.
But if that's what you have, that's what you normally use, that's fine. I'm going to take the end of this if I can get hold of it. Oof, there it goes. That wasn't too hard. Dump it out. I'm going to roll it out. It's a bit much for this dish, so I'm going to maneuver it. This is a 2-quart. I'll push it up on the sides. I'm going to cut the edge off here, and I'll just make a garlic knot out of what I'm not using here. There we go. And come out there now. Put this here. I'm going to put this on a paper plate for a minute. Even this out a little bit, tighten up the perforations. And then I'm going to take a spoon, a fork, and I'm going to put some holes in it so it doesn't puff up too much, especially on the sides. And that's what you have. Then I'm going to, this is all suggestive. You don't have to do it the way I'm doing it. It's just the product that's being used. I don't have to use this here, but I have a lot of it, so I'm going to just take it and put a few pieces on the bottom of the Pyrex dish. Cut the edge off there. They're starting to get a little bit unfriendly. Otherwise, it's fine. cheese is a living, growing organism, so you have to keep an eye on it at all times. Doesn't matter how old it is. Cut this. Put this over here. This over here. And I'm going to use 6 eggs. One. A place to put the shells. And 2. And 3. 4. 5. And 6. And you'll see how quickly this actually moves along. This back. I'm going to put my milk in. You don't have to use milk. I prefer to use milk. Some people like to use water. Some people don't use anything at all when it comes to mixing. I use about a 1/4 cup of milk. And then I'm just going to make sure that I mix it up well. The more you mix it, the more air gets into it, and the lighter and fluffier it gets. I'm going to put a little bit of pepper in it. And just a sprinkle of salt. It's not even measurable. I'm going to stir that up some more. Then I'm going to pour this in. Let that settle in the bottom of the dish. I'm going to start my Ninja oven. I'm going to do temperature 400. Time, we'll do 20 minutes. It's hard to tell with and it's on convection rate. It's hard to tell, depending on how many eggs you use, how quickly they will cook. But they generally take a little bit longer than you think they do. Now I'm going to put, let's put some bacon in. But we don't need this. We know what that is, right? Keeps it fresh. And I'm going to go probably with between 3/4 and a full cup of bacon. You can also use sausage. You can go vegetarian and use just vegetables, mushrooms, onions, green peppers, make it more like a Western. I'm going to use, oh, what do we got here? Chives. These are dried, of course. If you, I don't have any, but when it's done, you can use green onion. So I'm just kind of like just covering the top of this. I'm not even going to stir it in. And then comes the cheese again. Can never have too much cheese. So we're going to do.
You want to go out?
About a half a cup. Let's see, we got everything? Put my milk away. Get up there. Okay. You can also do tomatoes, or you can drain diced tomatoes, drain them really well. Green chilies would be good, especially if you're doing vegetarian. This is what we're looking at. Boom, that's it. And would that take like 5 or 6 minutes at the most to put together?
Get up there.
I'm going to put this back in with my bacon. That helps keep it fresh.
Oh.
Break this in half, and as it's called a garlic knot, that's what we're going to do. We're just going to spin it around, make it kind of like a pretzel. Get one normal size one and one smaller one. That's okay. And I'll wait until the last few minutes before I put that in, or I'll do it all by itself. Now, there's many reasons why I do these videos when I do them, and also when I don't do them. But I know it's been a while, and things have been very busy here with health issues. And I apologize for taking so long to come out with another video. I was speaking to my nephew John, and he said, "I miss your videos, where are they?" So I said, all right, I'm gonna get on the stick, I'm gonna get one done. So this breakfast casserole, John, is for you. And if you like it, maybe you can use it in your restaurant. That would be nice. So, we were speaking just a bit about weather, and it's supposed to be like in the 60s today. Yesterday's was the 40s. A few days ago, like a week ago maybe it was like, it had to be close to 80. and then just kept going down, down, down. And they said it was going to come back up this week, so we'll see. But then later in the week it goes down into the 50s again, so at least we're into April in a couple of days. So that's a good sign. So the difference between that kind of weather, I don't know whether it affects everybody, but it affects me. I really have a hard time anymore with cold weather, especially when it changes to that extent. As you can see, you know, I'm kind of heavily dressed this morning. I do have some errands to run later, so we'll see whether the sweatshirt stays on or whether it goes to either just a long sleeve shirt or a short sleeve shirt, but yeah. The yard needs a lot of work. I haven't gotten to that. I'm sure everybody's does, but I will take the camera out and we will take a look at that and see where we're going to start and where we're going to go from there. I guess it isn't all that late since April isn't quite here yet, but it does seem like it's late for getting things underway. I was very surprised. I went to Lowe's before last weekend, and I was looking to get a little head start on some flowers to give away for Easter, and they had next to nothing, and what they did have out wasn't in bloom, and it was extremely dry. I mean, when you looked into the pots, they were rock hard. And I said to the girl, oh, I guess, because she was dragging out a hose, I guess that's not a minute too soon. And she said, yeah, we haven't had any water out here yet. We're just starting to put it out here now. So I just said, well, to myself, I'm going to wait, because obviously there isn't much of a selection to choose from anyway. So I was looking for some short fencing that I could just pop into the ground alongside the sidewalk to use to keep the dog out of there. And I was shocked at the prices. They wanted $25, I believe it was 10 feet. It's like $24.98 or $96, something like that. And I thought, wow, for what I need, it'll be over $200. So I said, well, I'll go to Home Depot and check and see what they've got going. Went down there, and same thing, only they had even less of a selection. They had some like powder coat steel that you stick in the ground that are taller, they're like maybe 3 feet, and they were nice, but they were even more expensive, of course. So in the past couple of years, I've gone to Ocean State Job Lot, and I've gotten some things from them. I did go there about 3 weeks ago, and they didn't have anything. They had a lot of spring things out, but they didn't have any fencing. So maybe it was too early, but I will go back there and give them a second look at. Otherwise, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I definitely need to keep Brady out of the area that I want the fencing by, but I'm not sure how I'm going to go about it yet. So, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I'm going to go now. There's too much time left on the clock. I'll come back and I'll show you what we ended up with. And I've done similar to this before. I've done it with sausage. I haven't done it with bacon, but I'm sure it'll be great. I like it because you can cut it in squares and even carry it around. You don't have to sit in one spot with it. And it's not messy. It doesn't ooze. So that's my choice. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wait for that to finish, and we're going to see how it turns out. I'm going to let you know, and I'm going to say thank you for joining me. Please give me a thumbs up. I know you see a lot of almost same videos all the time. I see them too. But hopefully you'll try this one. I don't know if I've seen anybody portraying it on a crescent roll that's spread out. You can do it on hash browns. You can do it without anything on the bottom, just the eggs. Thanks again. I really appreciate you joining me. Be kind to one another. I'll see you soon. Thanks. Have a great day.